Hey everybody, it's Shady here, and today I just wanted to ask the question, where is the Chrono Trigger remake? And the reason why I'm asking this question or wondering why is just because, there was some rumors running around that this game is apparently in development, and then you look at the games that Square Enix have been doing remakes of, a lot of mainly Super Nintendo OS games, we've already got Front Mission, got Live Alive, Dragon Quest 3 is on the way, Star Ocean 2, even though I think that's a PS1 game, or maybe it was a Super Nintendo, I can't remember, and there's other ones like Tactics Ogre, those sorts of games. These are all games from that sort of 1632-bit era that are being remade, but none of them are as popular as Chrono Trigger. So am I the only one who finds it very weird that it's just not happened yet, or we haven't heard anything about it yet? I don't know, maybe it's going to happen, but I just find it strange that it wasn't the first on the list, really. Because for those who don't know anyway, Chrono Trigger was a JRPG made for the Super Nintendo. It was made by the Dream Team. You had Sakaguchi, and from Final Fantasy, who created Final Fantasy, and then we also had Akira Toriyama of Dragon Ball fame, Dragon Quest, doing the artwork, character design. So it was just this amazing freaking game. So basically, we're playing as this kid called Chrono. In his world, he goes to this fair, meets his friend who basically created this time travel machine, and then the game is just about going into different eras, and ultimately you're trying to kind of prevent this kind of apocalyptic future from happening by going into these different timelines and stuff. And yeah, it's just an amazing game. It's so good. It would just be really cool to see them update the game. Obviously, I think when they do this, obviously, you look at Tactics Ogre, what that game did. It kind of completely rebalanced the game, added voice acting, give it that cool 2D HD art design. And yeah, I think it would just be really sweet to see that. Square Enix like money, don't they? So can we just get the game out? Yeah, I think the only thing I can really think of, because there was the rumors that I was talking about suggested that this was going to be some sort of Switch exclusive or exclusive to Nintendo for at least a year, like some of the other ones were. So yeah, I mean, again, this is probably a stretch, but all I can think of really that makes sense is that they're saving it for Nintendo's new system, because I think a lot of us are expecting it to be out next year, 2024, the whatever it's going to be, Switch 2 or whatever. And yeah, I guess it just makes sense to have a game like that on there. It's just it's the reason why we probably haven't seen the Mario Kart 9 or some of the other games like that, like Smash Bros. Anything, because obviously, why do a new one for the Switch when you can save for the next system? So it only makes sense, really. But yeah, I really want to see this happen anyway, because it's just because the thing is, it's one of these strange cases where the original version of the game is one of the best ports, and then obviously there is a PS1 version of the game which adds cutscenes but isn't quite as good, a bit of loading screens and them sorts of things, and then obviously there is the DS version, which is good, but it's it's quite expensive now, hard to get hold of at a reasonable price. I think I was selling it for 50 loose without a box, that sort of thing. Yeah, and yeah, then there was the mobile port, which removed features from the DS version, so it's not as complete. And then obviously we got the PC version, which was a disaster. I mean, obviously they have updated it and everything, and it has some improvements, but still, the fact that we don't really have a definitive version of this game that's kind of really beloved and popular, I find strange. Obviously, they did Chrono Cross though off the solo, so it feels so strange that we haven't had this yet. And I just feel I just want to see something from Square Enix, you know, just even if it's just a tease or something, I'd love to see it. I know we've got enough great games coming out, and Square Enix they've got a lot of output, haven't they? They've got great games on the way. Obviously, we've got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you know, Star Ocean 2 remake is coming out soon. We haven't even heard anything of Dragon Quest 3 yet. The remake, I mean, so who knows? Obviously, you know, we've got Gamescom around the corner, but I would imagine Tokyo Game Show would be when we can potentially see this. And obviously, again, according to rumors, like this, like Final Fantasy 9 is potentially getting a remake as well, so, you know, maybe we'll probably see them both announced at the same time. I mean, that would be insane, wouldn't it? Maybe I'm, like, expecting too much or something, but I don't know, it'd be so cool. Because those are, like, up there as two of the greatest JRPGs of all time. So it'd just be cool to get new versions of them and have them out there for people to play. Because, you know, with Chrono Trigger anyway, it's like, I would personally say it's a timeless game. It's one that I think every gamer should play at least once. You know, I put it in, I did the list, probably no one's done this, but I did a top 5 best RPGs for beginners, and that was on my list. You know, and I think I stand by that. I think it's an amazing game, and one for newcomers to the genre, or even veterans to try out. So let's just hope they can get this sorted. I think people deserve to have a good definitive version of that game to play anyway, because yeah, I want to see all that extra DLC content put into a newer version, made more easily accessible for people. Because, you know, as systems get older, you know, people are less likely to play these games, and, well, I mean, obviously you do have emulation, but, you know, it would just be cool to have an official release, you know, to play on my Switch or something. So, but anyway, that's all I really have to say about this, and I really hope we do hear something soon, or if this even exists, you know, because I just feel like if it doesn't happen, it's just a wasted opportunity. Like, as you're doing this 2D HD remake era now that we're in, it's just silly not to do it, you know. But anyway, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you again.